TENNO Lives Matter YouTube channel. I am Dark Wave. Um, it's a new channel. It's kind of just for fun, not to really get any publicity or anything. But no one cares about us console channel, so I decided to make a channel for us. And today, the first video is going to be a Warframe review. And I figured for the new players who are picking up Warframe may have trouble deciding who to start off with between Excalibur, Mag, or Volt. So today we're going to start off with the premier frame, the franchise, the face of Warframe, as you will, Excalibur. Now, for those of you who are new to Warframe, Excalibur has not always been, well, I guess you can say as good as he is now. He actually was always usually an average frame. Depending on your playstyle, you can build Excalibur multiple different ways, but today I'm going to focus on just, let's see, I won't do the For the Win, so what we will do is do a, I guess, overall build for Radio Blind plus Exalted Blade plus Radio. We'll just go through all the moves, so let's just go through this here. So what is Excalibur? Excalibur is, well, technically an in-your-face type of Warframe. He generally, is really in your face. He does have some utility, which is actually his biggest toolkit, even though people may say, oh, just, Exalted Blade and everything like that. Not so much. I mean, you can if that's what you want to do. Depending on the mission, sometimes I do because, damage with weapons sometimes fall off and Exalted Blade stays up. So, long story short, we're going to go into extermination mission. I'm going to show off some things just to show you how Excalibur plays for some of the new players who are here, and get this on the road. Now, the weapons I'm using here are the Brad and Prime, the Akboto. Why? Because Akboto and the Broken War, which can be done if you do the the second Dream Quest. So let's start with Excalibur's first move, Slash Dash, which initially, of course, against that piece of shit did nothing, but it's a decent move. I mean, they fixed it from where it used to be, where down it hangs on enemies and stuff. Pretty useful to expose the gaps. Very good against low levels. And even this is technically a low level, mission here. It works well, but it can fuck you up. It can't get you fucked up, like you see how these guys get on one shot. I guess I could. And the Slash Dash. Now, it does have a thing where if you are in a group of people, a group of multiple people, don't know if I can find that. I would have done this in the simulator, but I'm lazy and have not gotten that yet. So when you're in a group of people, I guess I can try to do. As you saw how it just kind of shifted to the side, it will home in on the next target, which is a very improvement from where it used to be, and just better overall. And that's pretty much all about Slash Dash. Now, his greatest move in his utility kit, in my opinion, is Radio Blind, which opens up everything for... Oh shit, I might die here. Laser, which opens up everything for finisher damage. Really good and high level. It scales well. Now, mine doesn't last as long as I'm not using the duration build, but it does last a very long time, and it's actually very useful for late game scenarios and you're, doing sorties and stuff like that. And of course, if you are like me and have an OP weapon like the Broken War, it just makes things a hell of a lot better. And like it goes all about your range and duration mods. It's really, I mean, technically speaking, if you're running with Exalted Blade, you really don't need this. You don't really need duration to pop things off, and it just scales well so greatly with in-game shit. Now his next move, which is a good decent crowd control at mid-level, low to mid-level, is Radio Javelin, which combined with that, you can just pop off Radio Javelin. Now, as you can see, it generally did nothing to level 33s. It kind of said, fuck you, Excalibur, that Radio Javelin, some shit. and it used to be his finisher. It's not really good against armored enemies, as you can see here. It deals nice little stun, but it's not really good against armored enemies. I don't even know. This is like I said, mid to low level, maybe against Corpus and Infested, it would be good against, but high level Grenier and armored enemies, unless you're running corrosive projections, which I don't generally do, or even find groups that do. It's not that good. I mean, that heavy gun is put that like a hand. Technically, I don't even use it. I find it a waste of a move. I don't really use it. It used to be its ultimate, and maybe it was decent back then, but of course, they had it nerfed down a bit. I think they did anyway, because of his next move, his new ultimate, which I am about to show off. This new ultimate is called Lightsaber. Okay, no, it's Exalted Blade. Exalted Blade scales off your melee weapon. So if you're whatever melee weapon you have, the mods on it will scale with Exalted Blade. It scales off the mods. So let's just get here a couple times here. Now, Exalted Blade automatically blocks and kicks down your energy. But now, as I said with mods, I have Light Strike attached to my Broken War. So if I channel here and kill something, you see Light Strike is in full effect. Also, Berserker is also in effect when I crit. As you can see, the Berserker mod is right there on the side of the screen. Of course, like I said, it goes based off your melee weapon. This also scales with Warframe power. And I think it scales off the melee weapon's damage as well. I have to do more research into that. I'm not 100% sure. But I think it does scale off the melee damage of the weapon as well. And also the power, strength, and all that. And what can I say? This move, if modded right, barely loses energy. I have another build that ticks slower than this. But, I mean, you can literally run a whole mission with Exalted Blade. Now, what makes Exalted Blade really well, which conserves a lot of power, is this move right here is basically a shorter version of Radio Blind. I will show you. If it hits correctly, well, they might die, but as you can see, it's like a shorter version of Radio Blind, which it still blinds enemies. It just doesn't go as far as a radius as it would. It will puzzle room. As it would. Let's do this here. Let's see if I can do it. As it would if, I was, casting it normally, I guess you could say. I'm gonna try this puzzle room right quick. Let's see if I can do it. Let's go, Excalibur. 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 Fans are cheering. Will Excalibur make it? I don't know if he'll make it or not, gentlemen. And I made it! Excalibur's made the puzzle room of speed and velocity. Let's see if I get anything good out of here. I highly doubt it. And also, the best thing about Exalted Blade is you don't have to be close up in two. You can just sit back, and I would just get disappointed from back here instead of being way up there because I have not seen shit to drop from me. All because, well, I'm streaming and they don't want to see me give me anything. So I'm just do this from back here, but this is pretty much Exalted Blade. Now, yes, Exalted Blade has its own combos. I don't really know all of them by heart because I got two mods. Let's see what we got: Melee Prowess and Point Strike. Well, if I didn't have those mods, maybe I'd be happier. But not a hero there. And pretty much Excalibur is generally just that. I mean, like I said, a lot of people tell you guys, the new players, oh, Excalibur, just, exalt blade your way through to victory and all that. And yeah, like I said, you can literally do this an entire match and never lose an ounce of Exalted Blade. You will go through the entire map of using Exalted Blade. You will go through the entire, map. Even on higher difficulty, like sorties, you can, pretty much just spam Exalted Blade through and through. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but, if you want a little bit more excitement, you don't have to do it when I got Shocking Touch. Now, I've been talking about how Excalibur is so good and how it's so, how he is so, awesome for a starter frame. How he's, in some ways, people say overpowered for a starter frame, which I'm actually going to talk about a little bit in this video as well. some of the bad things about Excalibur is he's kind of squishy to a certain extent. I mean, you won't really notice it too much if you're running with Exalted Blade, which mine's about to run out actually. You won't really notice it too much if you're running, if you're, running Exalted Blade, because 9 times out of 10 you just block. If you have Light Strike, you'll channel and you won't give a shit. You'll probably channel even if you're running it, because why not get that extra damage in? But he is very squishy. He's squishy, and aside from, and the thing about Excalibur that kind of it's just a nitpick for me is that he's slow. He's relatively slow for a frame that's supposed to be. He's not really on the muscular side. He's almost like Nezha size. And those who don't know what Nezha is, just look him up on PC. He'll be our next Warframe. But he's Nezha size really, and honestly, you would think he'd be a little faster, but he's not. And that just nitpicks for me because, for a melee frame, because Excalibur is a melee frame, he will forever be a melee frame. And, I mean, I could put Rush on him. I could probably open up his axial slide and put a Rush on him. So, that's probably mainly on me, just not, being lazy, but don't play corner in him and going through the motions with him. But, or I could put maybe Armadillo is not a real option, but maybe that drift mod, the speed drift mod for him. But I'm just talking about from the standpoint of base, he's slow. Now of course I'm moving faster now because I have the drift, but running speed is kind of slow, and it kind of gets me. But the thing about Excalibur, which makes him, and it's not too many bad. Like I say, he's slow. He has a little bit of armor, but he's not like super, durable. If not played right, you will die. So you just gotta watch out with Excalibur. And other than, and technically, yeah, slash dash is good and all, but let's face it, as you saw, it is shit. Now, yes, it is a star move, but I just think that Radio Blind and Exalted Blade really touch where he's at. So that's pretty much that's his toolkit. And truth be told, you probably use Radio Blind over Exalted Blade most times because of the fact that late game time when you're doing stuff where you just probably just end up popping Exalted. I mean, about Radio Blind, even while you're in Exalted Blade, because sometimes that Radio Blind on Exalted Blade is so it's so blessed that you probably wouldn't know it's even went off. And just, So, I said earlier that Excalibur is a Warframe, which is true. He is the face of Warframe. He's the first ever Warframe, and real world, or whatever you want to call it, Stalker. Basically, this is similar to him. This is his proto skin, which is a skin that I bought many moons ago. Now, people say Excalibur may be overpowered for a frame. That is kind of debatable because if you look at the other 2-star frames, PC Code, they have their uses, they have their times of overpoweredness as well. I mean, I'm not going to get too much into that, will kind of spoil the review video, but, Mag is a corpus killer, and both, for a Warframe like that, kinda, yeah, he's up there in the overpowered category. Or is it Mag? Is it Trinity? No, Trinity. It's Mag. It's Mag. So yeah, Corpus Killer Mag and Speedy Run Shield Blocking Volt. They all have their overpoweredness. But I will definitely say that for a Warframe of Excalibur's power, because he has been so scaled to late game, because of his utility, he's quite OP. Like I said, he's not without his problems. He has his issues. Every Warframe has their problems, and Excalibur is no stranger to his problems. He really does have his issues, and like I said, they're not too bad, but nitpickers will nitpicking. There's probably other things I'm missing about Excalibur. I'm not a Warframe professional. I mean, I've been playing since PS4 launch. I know quite some stuff, but I'm not like the elitist person who formas every Warframe, who maximizes every fucking thing. I know the general aspect of every Warframe. Only, you know, me, you know, I know what it could be capable of, and me doing that is just pure laziness. And plus, I don't even really run Excalibur that much. I mean, I do from time to time when I'm filming, you know, a little bit Exalted Blade-esque, but other than that, I really don't. So, my verdict on Excalibur. Good frame, great male frame, something we don't see many of, and, compared to the females, anyway, because all the females tend to be like fucking OP as shit, compared to some of the male frames who tend to be straight ass, Hydroid, Oberon, but yeah, you know, do I like them? Yes. Do I use them a lot? No, because I mean, OP. I mean, I love OP. You know, being OP is nothing wrong with that, but it's like I can make a build strictly for Radio Blind without even really using Exalted Blade, and I'm good to go. I mean, max duration, max range, even could overextend it, and I'm pretty still good to go if I really wanted to. But I just, you know, it's not really my playstyle. I mean, yeah, it is for the blind, but it just, I don't know. There's something about Excalibur that's kind of making me not use them as much as, you know, some people use them. And I didn't start with Excalibur, by the way. I started with, at the time, with Loki, who's overpowered as well, in certain ways. But that is my verdict on Excalibur. If I don't know if I want to give scores in this. I don't really like the score system. So I'll just say that good frame, good for late game when using, good for late game with Radio Blind and Exalted Blade. Mid-tier levels for Slash Dash and Radio Javelin, because Radio Javelin is pretty bad. Now, will require, if I was to, like, I didn't form him, but, you know, I've done the research, he will probably require to get him to where you might want him to be. If you want him to be faster, if you want him to be, you know, a little stronger, maybe a little tankier, whatever you decide to do with him. I would say maybe 2 former, maybe at most. And I say that because you have to give him an ore slot, because he doesn't have any polarity. It's a neutral thing, so there's no buff. There's no double buff in the ore slot, so wherever they get is what they have. So if it's 9, it stays at 9. It doesn't go to like 18 like most stuff. That's one former, and then maybe something for the Excalibur slot that they have now might, depending on how you know, depending on your, how you rank up your mods, might require another former. I don't know how everyone plays, but I think for me, it would definitely take a good maybe 2 to get him where, if I was to really take him to where I want him to be, it would take about 3 forma. I'm thinking maybe 4 forma to get him to where I want him to be, if I was to actually take him that far, which I probably would at some point. I haven't really thought about it much yet, but yeah, that's it for my review of Excalibur. Like I said, this is not for a promotion. Oh, Hell's Chamber mod. Yeah, so I'm gonna get something good. This is not really for promotion. This is just me and a couple of friends. It's gonna be also on this channel. You know, just doing something to have fun. You know, honoring the console players, because, you know, every YouTuber seems to be a PC player, which I can't blame them. And oh, another room I can get a potential mod. Let's see what I get. Pistol Gambit. You know, let's just upgrade this. Waiting for measure. I will now for the next 2 reviews. It will be the starter. The first 3 reviews will be the starter frames. So the next one, I'm gonna do mag. And then after mag, it'll be Volt. And I probably will use Volt Primes. I'm not gonna use regular Bolts, because they're the same. Minus that changes. I will address that in the video. For starters, if you're out there who's like, oh, why is that Volt, you know, stronger than... There you go, something good. Ravage Radio Jab is good for those things. Turrets. But yeah, so my next video will be definitely Mag, and then after Mag will be Bo. If people somehow happen to see this video, I will ask them what the next stream y'all want to see done, and gameplay on what mission just talked about or whatever. And if not, then I'll just choose one out of the hat and go with that. Thank you for watching this. This has been Dark Wave. From this, what we got? Vasto Prime Receiver. So this is Dark Wave. Thank you for tuning in if you people watch eventually, and take care, and always remember, people, the TENNO lives, they matter.